Welcome back. It's good to be back in the studio, brother.
What episode is this, dude?
16, 17.
Yeah,
It's our first one in about 3 months. I
yeah.
think I think there for a while we were doing one almost weekly, and then it kind of transitioned to every other week, and then life happens, and it's been about 3 months. I think Father's Day was our last one that we recorded and posted.
Really?
Yeah. So
Dang.
we have missed a lot. We have a lot to get caught up on, and kind of just touch base with what's coming up for us with the Baddie Daddie brand, and ultimately let's just talk some dad stuff. So um, we are dead in the middle of football season. It's week 10 now, so we haven't even been able to talk Cowboys or fantasy yet. So we're definitely going to take the time today to kind of touch base on those things. Obviously, with the football background that we both grew up in, it's a huge part of our week of NFL games, Cowboy games, unfortunately, and then, like I said, the fantasy stuff. So,
It's also weird to me too. I never played fantasy, up till 4 years ago, and then I got involved with one league for 2 seasons, and then you invited me to one league, and now I'm in 3 leagues. So I went from 0 leagues to 3 leagues in 4 years.
you were a big hater on fantasy whenever I first, started kind of talking to you about it, and you've done a 180. You are heavily committed to it, and back then I feel like we would have talked about players that were like third string this or that, and you'd be like, I don't know who that is. And now, you're picking up, these guys. I'm like, who the hell is that? Um, I think that fantasy football is a big reason why the NFL is so successful. I mean, without it, people would still be watching it, but not heavily invested like we are on random games. And the red zone makes it so easy for us.
Well, and the good thing too about fantasy football is like you're invested in all players and not just your players for your team. So you're more aware of the brand across the platform of the NFL organization. You know what I'm saying? Like where before I was just Cowboys, who's playing the Super Bowl, good teams, bad teams,
Yeah.
etc. Where now like you're still supporting your team, but now you're looking for players on each and every team, so you know a little bit more about every organization in the NFL, despite your own Cowboys team.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a conversation that we'll get into for sure. Absolutely, because a lot has happened since our last conversation, from Micah to the season now, where we stand, to even the most recent news and everything. So, um, let's talk fantasy real quick. So, how you looking in the leagues that I'm in with you? I mean, and there's one league that we really focus on more than others, but with the league that is our most competitive one. How you feeling?
I mean, I feel fine. I haven't really panicked yet, but I just haven't had anything go my way.
A lot of injuries, man. A lot of injuries. I'm right there with you, dude. I'm right there
It's,
with. I got Puka every week. He's exiting the game.
but I told you that was going to happen.
It's gonna happen, but it's part of having him. He can still get me 19 in 2.5 quarters, though. So he's well worth the keeper that I had him at. So
Yeah. Well, hold on, but let's go into like the details of our league. So it's a half PPR league, right? And it's a keeper league. So you get a player that you get to keep up to 2 seasons, um, and then they go back in the rotation of the draft, just so everybody can have a chance at like CMC versus getting them year one in the fifth round, and
right,
you're just riding them until you're done playing fantasy
yeah,
or until he retires. So it's different from full PPR leagues to half PPR leagues because then changes your strategy of drafting, in my opinion.
well, and then the keeper is a huge strategy
Yeah.
because we're at that trade deadline area to where, like, am I trading for a keeper or am I going all in for it this season? And there's some
Mhm.
conversations going on right now. So that's a huge
But
strategy.
you know what else is nice this year that we implemented in our league? We've never had a last place punishment. This year we have a last place punishment, and it is changing the way keepers are traded. Because you're going to trade away one really good keeper for what, two trash players. But now if you get last place, there's an actual punishment, and nobody wants to get last place. It's
Are we going to hold someone to that? Because I feel like every year we have this
for
conversation.
sure. We voted on it. There is a last
yeah,
place
yeah,
punishment. We have
I remember.
So
And every fantasy is different. You know, every fantasy league is different. I've seen some of these guys like going to Waffle House for 24 hours and eating, and every waffle or every plate that you eat, it deducts an hour and stuff like that, or being, you know, dressing up as a cheerleader and sitting on the side of the road that you suck at fantasy. We're not that extreme.
we should be.
I don't think I would ever do that.
We should be.
Now the eating part I could do, but going out and like humiliating myself to be a cheerleader on a corner, I just don't see that happening. But I'm also not even close to being in last place, so I never have to worry about that. So let me ask you this: with fantasy, how much time of the week does it take out of your week between checking the lineups, adding the waivers, looking at trades, discussing with people?
Probably one full day.
Is it worth it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man.
Everybody gives me crap in our league because I call members in the league to discuss trade opportunities.
But it's not like a 5-minute conversation with you. It's a 35-minute conversation with you. And sometimes it ends up being an agreed trade, and then you rebuttal. Well, can you throw in someone else? And it's like, we just talked for 35 minutes about this trade, so why am I now throwing in additional players?
Dude, there's only there's only one person sitting in this room that has agreed to a trade and backed out. That's you, Bubba.
Hey. Well, you will edit the trade, though. You will try to say, actually, Kevin just agreed to this. I don't feel good about it. So let me try to get more.
I'm afraid of getting taken to the cleaners.
There's no worse feeling than hitting that accept button and then seeing how the league react.
So there's no worse feeling than knowing you got taken to the cleaners.
I mean, I made some really, really big trades with some big names this year, and yeah, I mean, your initial reaction is, how is everyone else going to look at this trade? Because I'm the type of guy, I know I'm going to overpay for some players, but I think in the long run,
you don't overpay for my players, dude.
Well, your value is so much different than the market value, brother.
No, it's a realistic value.
No.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I keeps it real, man.
No. But let's kind of transition this. So how many Cowboy players are on your fantasy teams? Is that any approach to fantasy for you? Is like guys that you're rooting for and then, you know, Cowboy specific?
I think when I first played fantasy, I drafted Dak Prescott. And I loved him for about 4 weeks, and then I hated him.
Well, that's the life of a Dak fan, you know. I mean, right in this season, I don't think he's the one to blame. Kind of where we are, he's, you know, for the first 7-8 weeks, he was in the MVP discussion. But when your team is 3-6 or 3-5-1 or whatever they are, you can't win the MVP being that, especially when you're the quarterback. But he is playing above expectation, but let's take it back. Not above his salary, not above what he is in the pay column, because he's still the highest paid player in the NFL.
Hold on. Before we go off the beaten path here on ranting on Dak Prescott.
Which we're not going to do that because we've done it before.
Question was, how you feel about your team? My team, I'm happy with my team. It's just I can't catch a break in one league. In the other league, same thing, but like I would think in the competitive league my team would be doing a lot better. In the other league, it'd be doing a lot worse, and it's the opposite.
Yeah.
And it's only because of like it's a full PPR. I think that's the difference.
No, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
What about yours? How do you feel about year two?
I'm kind of opposite. The one that's the most competitive, I feel the best in. You know, I was in first place for a few weeks. I had some injuries, Puka, and then
every week,
and then I don't know, kind of bye weeks hit, and I'm still in that playoff hunt right now. And then in the other league, I was also in first for a few weeks, and I was like, how the hell is this team in first? And I feel a lot better about the more competitive league right now, the one that we talk about the most and stuff. So I think there's 4 good teams. It's definitely top heavy. And I think we'll see what happens.
I was feeling good week 5. I was feeling real good about my team. Then injuries happened. And then I'm like, then I go 0-4. And then I'm like, ooh,
Well, that's another thing
Median.
about is that we also have a median in our fantasy league. So if you're in fantasy and you don't know what median is, look into it. It definitely plays a different perspective of your week because you're not only going against your scheduled opponent, you're also going against the rest of the league. Whoever is in that 6th and 7th spot, they make the median. So if you're the second high scorer, but you're playing the first high scorer, you can still play the median as well. So you're always playing 2 matchups a week. You're playing your opponent and you're playing the median. And the median, you can still lose to your opponent, but you can still beat the median. So that's also something else because you're also looking at the other team's players saying, damn, how are they doing? Damn, can this guy score 13 and put me out of median? So, every Monday night is...
Median is very love-hate relationship because
I love it.
you can get your win and then lose out on median. I've lost out on median like 4 times this year where I should have made median. Like our ESPN median is as high as our half PPR median is as high as our full PPR median, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's usually right around 80 points like the past 2 seasons. And this year it's like you got to get in the high 80s, low 90s to even have a sniff at median.
And to kind of piggyback off fantasy real quick is also if you're in a league and you're not doing median and you have a kicker and a special teams,
it stinks.
That is not a fun league. So in both my leagues, we've gotten rid of kickers, we've gotten rid of defenses, and we play median and we play keepers. So definitely adds a different perspective. But let's go back to the Cowboys real quick because.
So you feel good about your teams?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna make playoffs in both.
You think I'm still a contender in ESPN?
Yes.
I need some things to go my way.
Hey, if not me, then you.
Bullcrap. Then give me a good trade, dude. Help a brother out.
I don't have any more players. I've given all my bench players away. I've got my starting lineup, and I'm good.
If I send you a trade and a Venmo at the same time, do you accept both?
No. It's all about pride, brother.
Hey, in this league, has there been some under-the-table trades?
There's definitely been some things that you raise eyebrows at. And with it being the trade deadline this week, there's going to be more.
Yeah,
there's going to be more.
Yeah, Sunday's going to be interesting for sure.
Okay,
so we'll piggyback into the Cowboys. I'm wearing my Cowboys polo.
Let's go.
Just took my son to his first Cowboys game.
Hell yeah, I saw that.
We've been to a preseason game, which isn't really the same. And that was like 3 years ago. So Lee had a lot more fun. He was reading the score, understood, who we were rooting for and all that stuff. And it just stinks because I'm creating a bad habit for my son.
Being a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, because it's such a roller coaster ride. And Cowboys fans get all this hate, and I don't understand it because they say we're delusional. It's not delusional. Like, we have talent on the team. We just have a terrible defense, and we can't rely on our offense to carry our team. That's just it.
Well, and they have, right? They've put us in position to win, but this past week they definitely did not. So, but when you have that much talent on the offense and you're still losing games and your defense is the worst in the league, I mean, they say that defense wins championships, and at this point, defense is winning games because our offense isn't winning games right now.
So what's your prediction for the Cowboys season?
So I think right now they're 3-5 or maybe they're 3-6-1 because this is week 10.
Yeah, but so this is bye week.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So they're 3-5-1.
Yeah.
We have a tough schedule coming up.
Oh yeah. That's when the Cowboys show up, dude.
And yeah. And we just made trades to make our team better. Got rid of draft picks because my next thing was, well, maybe we can be in a good position for decent draft picks. But now we just traded draft picks away to get Quinnen Williams. So part of me says they invested, let me invest and say, let's go win some games. But knowing the Cowboys, somehow, some way, we're still gonna be 8-1.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna win a game that we shouldn't win. We're gonna lose a game that we shouldn't lose, and it's gonna give us hope just enough to go to that final week of saying, can we make the playoffs? And we're gonna come up short.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One of the funnest players to watch this year, as a Cowboys fan, has been George Pickens.
100%.
Not just because of his playmaking ability, but just because he's goofy as hell.
Yeah.
And he went from like this mean, volatile, angry player in Pittsburgh to just somebody who looks like he's just having fun on the football field. And he's a great receiver, man. Like, he he's producing for sure.
Yeah.
I'm real happy with the Pickens.
And he's probably gonna get paid. And that's a topic of discussion for a later date. But I mean, at this point, it's full on football season. I feel like in June and July, we wait for these weeks, we wait for this weather, we wait for there's these Saturdays and Sundays to hang out and watch football. So how much of your weekend is consumed by football? I think me and you are kind of on the same page. Like Saturdays isn't really, it's on the TV, right? Like it's in the background. I'll catch, a UT game, about half of it. I'm in and out watching it. But how much of the weekend is consumed by football for you?
One whole day.
Sunday. Yeah.
Thursday evenings, Sunday, and then Monday evenings.
Yeah.
But Saturday too is just hard because you got kids sports going on, stuff you got to do with family, kids' birthday parties, whatever. There's always something going on Saturdays. Sunday's a lot easier to just sit back, have a lazy football Sunday, grill out, drink some beer, watch the games. And with Red Zone, I don't have Red Zone, but I stream it. It's a lot going on because I'm so invested with fantasy football to where I'll have like the main game I want to watch, and then on my iPad I'll have Red Zone, and then on my phone I'll have another game that I'm interested in. So it's like just so much going on, and then parenting on the side is not ideal.
So you're kind of overstimulated on Sundays.
Yeah.
You're losing fantasy. The Cowboys are losing. Got to change a diaper real quick. It's like, God dang.
My wife will be like, she says, I can always tell if you're doing good at fantasy because you're in a good mood. If you're not, you're not in a good mood. So it does kind of dictate my my mood sometimes.
Yeah, dude, my Sundays are typically kind of like the same, or my weekends. Like I said, Saturdays I'll try to catch that primetime game, the one that means the most on the weekend. And then Sundays is and it's kind of sad, but it is devoted to watch football that day. Like that is what I want to do on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
I'll come out here to the shop. I got 3 TVs. I got Red Zone in the middle. I got the Channel 4 and I got the Channel 11. So I got both games going and I got Red Zone in the middle. If the Cowboys are playing, I'll put them on the main TV and then Red Zone's on the side. But yeah, I mean that from 11 to about 9 that night, it's all football. And the kids are out here playing. I'll get the grill going. So that's what my Sundays typically look like, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So
football is like, to me, when football season comes around, it's like the best time of the year.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's just like 6 months of a holiday every Sunday. I don't know why. I don't know. I love football, and then I'm way more invested in the NFL than I am college football. And I've always been that way. Where there's a lot of people that are way more into the college football than they are the NFL. In my opinion, college football is now a European football league. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a junior NFL. Players are getting paid. A lot of theatrics and drama in college football. There's a lot more camaraderie, I think, with college universities. But I was invested in college football when I played college football, and then after that, I've just kind of sailed away from it.
Yeah.
But I've watched more college football this year than I have past 10 years, for whatever reason that is.
So are you a UT fan?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's kind of,
I've always been a UT fan. It's just, I feel like if you're in
root for
Texas, like you have to be.
Yeah. So are you also rooting for Texas A&M?
Yeah, I root for the Aggies.
Yeah.
And we're both A&M. We come from A&M sister schools now.
Yeah.
Because Tarleton's an A&M sister school. WT's an A&M. We should know this stuff.
I don't know. It's like a cult, and it's just
for
different
sure,
to me.
100%.
So sometimes, like, I'm just like, I'd rather them lose than win. And now they're in the SEC with UT, who's in the SEC now. So I kind of root against A&M. But like Tech, they don't bother me. I kind of root for Tech now. SMU, TCU. I kind of want to see the Texas team win. So.
Yeah. And it's the one good thing about college football is I feel like there's always good games on Saturday. Like games that aren't supposed to be good end up being the best games of the weekend.
Yeah.
So it's hard to predict college football versus like the NFL.
Right.
I think trends tend to give you favorable picks in the NFL versus college.
Yeah.
Beer break.
All right. So picking back up after the beer break, we are in November now.
Mm-hmm.
So we missed a lot of things that went on over the summer, kind of transition to fall now. We just missed your birthday.
Oh,
So happy birthday. Dude is now what, 35?
36, man.
36. Damn, I'm 35. Dude,
Mhm.
do you ever forget how old you are?
I was talking to my wife today on the phone. I was like, hey, I was just thinking, I was like, I'm not 35 anymore. I'm 36. And I was like, I told her, I was like, hey, we haven't talked about this, but we're on the backside of 30.
Yeah. I literally was walking around the house the other day and my mind said, you're probably over halfway through your life. And for whatever reason. But yeah, well, happy birthday. Dude is a Halloween baby. We had a great time at your house for Halloween. Y'all, for as long as we've been friends, Halloween is probably your favorite, right? Because it's your birthday, and then you love like that spooky shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like it's in your blood. But y'all did it big with a blow up tent. Kids came over.
Was it big? I feel like it wasn't big. I feel like
Well,
it was cool. It was different than what we've
I
ever
mean,
done.
I don't think anyone else rents out a blow up club and dance floor, and
Well, that's your dance floor, so
yeah,
thanks,
it's pretty cool
brother.
though.
It is. It is.
But I feel like the kids loved it, man. Like
Oh, yeah.
they were having a blast. Then went trick or treating and hung out, danced a lot. So just want to touch base. We missed Halloween, but it was a great time. And happy birthday! And
Well, it was funny because it was supposed to be we were supposed to trick or treat with the kids, and then kids were supposed to leave, and then adult party happened. But then the kids just stayed the whole
stayed
time
up all night. Yeah,
with the adults, and then it still ended early. Probably our earliest Halloween.
I think we
party.
left like 11:30.
Yeah, we were shutting it down at 12.
But we also had a full on soccer tournament the next day, and like 2 baseball games, 4 soccer games. So we had a freaking long.
I tell you,
day.
we got the cops called on us.
Yeah.
I tell you that. That's crazy.
36 and getting cops called on your house parties.
Was that doing
man.
something right or doing
I
something
think you're doing
wrong?
something right for sure.
I would not have imagined being 36 getting a noise complaint.
But do you blame the neighbor? Like, hey, motherfucker, just come and talk to me.
I don't know who it was, but yeah, because it sounded like it was 1:30 in the morning. It was 11:30 when the cops probably got
So
called.
what did the cops say? Were they pretty cool?
They were like just checking it out. I didn't talk to him. I was hammered. My wife talked to him. And yeah, they just wanted us. We were shutting down by the time the cops came by. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
no big deal.
No, I mean, I think that kind of goes back to it was a hell of a time. It was a great setup because, yeah, if you're getting cops called on you, I think you're doing something right.
Yeah,
I think you're doing
I
something
think we'll do something similar next year too, but make the club more into like a haunted house versus just like a dance floor.
Well, and we went golfing that day,
Yeah,
so we didn't have as much time to prep and stuff. I think next year's probably on a Saturday, so maybe have a little bit more time and set up and stuff like that. So,
golfing was fun too.
yeah,
We won.
y'all won.
Oh, that's right.
I wasn't your partner that time,
that's
dude.
right.
Yeah,
Hey, you picked your partner, man, not me.
I played like crap. But yeah, I mean, that's the season that we're in right now with the Halloween stuff, and then transitioning to now Thanksgiving, and the weather's changing, and this is just a fun time to. But kind of transition this into, are you ready for bulking season? Is it here or what?
Dude, oh yeah, I was actually gonna talk to you about it. So like you've been on like a pretty good fitness kick for the past like year and a half, 2 years. And then like I have not worked out at all. Like this week is the first time I've worked out 3 times in the past 3 months.
Yeah.
It's been bad. So I'm on a heavy bulking season, Bubba. But like it feels good. And it's not been like my hardest workouts, just like creating the routine of just going to the gym again and just making it part of my routine versus not. And I think it does something for my mental clarity because I've just been in like a really depressed, down mindset, the past couple months for personal reasons. But like this week, getting back into the gym, it's like a bittersweet ordeal for me because when I'm working out, I'm in my head about things that are going on in life. So it messes with me in the gym. But then when I get out of the gym, I feel better.
Yeah.
So it's like a hard spot for me to be in because in the moment, like I'm sure people have seen me in the gym and they'll see like I've cried in the gym, just like working through my thoughts and everything. And, I'll hit my hands a couple times because I'll just be sitting there in between sets just thinking, or I'll be pacing in the gym and I'm sure I look like a psycho in the gym.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to like try and get back that routine and like start fasting again and trying to watch my diet a little bit. It's just and this is the worst part of the year too,
I
even
know.
try and watch your
I
diet.
know.
So when I say watch my diet, it's just like regulate what I'm eating instead of just eating everything.
Yeah.
Coming from me ingesting Taco Bell at 11:30 last night.
Taco Bell at 11:30, man. It does hit different. I don't ever eat it sober, but if I'm tipsy or drunk, it's a bad day to be a taco.
Dude, I never eat Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I don't understand the taco. I had it last night and I did not feel good this morning.
I
didn't feel good last night.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand like the craze about Taco Bell.
I'm more of a Bueno head.
That Sonic burrito though?
Yeah.
That's
you put me on Sonic burrito. I tried it. It's good.
You get the ultimate meat.
No, I can't do the potatoes and stuff with eggs, man. It just freaks me out. It's weird.
It's not even potatoes. It's a damn
hash brown.
No, it's a tater tot.
Oh,
It's tater tots in there.
I don't know.
They have a crunch to it.
I'll try it.
Dude, it's so much, and their salsa is so good too.
Yeah, I do. But I still put Whataburger's taquito over it. There's something about Whataburger's like juiciness of their cheese.
It's
just
cheese, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I got Samantha made our taquitos. I gotta give y'all something. I think I brought it.
Yeah, cool.
It's in the truck heating up for you. So
hell yeah.
let me put you. Well, I know I've told you this, but another burrito hack that I've never even been on until the past like 6 months. Chick-fil-A's chicken burrito. It's okay. It's good. It's whatever. It's fine. But they have this creamy salsa packet. You get that creamy salsa in their burrito, and it's a healthy burrito too. So it's like,
what makes it healthy?
it's a thickie, man.
Yeah.
It's a thick boy.
Oh, I got you. I think it meant like healthy, like
No, hell no.
carbs or stuff like that.
No, and I was going through the motions where I was eating like 2 of those in the morning. I was like, let's just cut out the carbs. So then sometimes I'll do a burrito and then a breakfast bowl. Same thing, creamy salsa. All the carbs are in the creamy salsa, but dude, it's so good. I'm telling you, that's the next one.
Yeah.
You're on Chick-fil-A in the morning.
I'll try it.
Crave burrito, get the breakfast burrito with creamy salsa. It's so good.
Man, Chick-fil-A's doing something right because my kids, every time I'm like, what do y'all want to eat? They'd rather go to Chick-fil-A than like a restaurant.
My son can't have a chicken nugget without Chick-fil-A sauce. So we have that stuff in the fridge.
Just bought the whole thing
off the shelf. Yeah.
So
but your fitness journey, dude's a little bulked up now, little lean, got some abs going, little definition, little striations in the arms.
A little
man.
bit.
Where was this guy in high school?
Yeah, I was a $175 in high school. I think probably when we started doing this podcast, I mean, almost a year ago. I don't know the exact date, but I was probably about 230.
We need to figure that out because we gotta celebrate 1 year doing this crap. What are we? Let's be honest. We're really just hanging out. We're just documenting us hanging out and what we talk about when we hang out.
Exactly.
But still, we're trying to, build a brand here, I guess, and create a community. And I think, the small community that we have may grow, may not. I don't know. But I want to get some cooler hats out there for sure.
Yeah. I mean, the hats are in the work for sure. We got some options here. One announcement is that we're actually going to be at a vendor market coming up in a couple of weeks, selling our hats at a brewery, which is going to be pretty cool.
Is it a brewery? I guess it is.
Yeah, it's a brewery. So it'll be cool to kind of just get the guys together, have the kids there, have the families there, and kind of get the brand out a little bit more and see if there's some Baddie Daddies out there that like the merch and buy it. But so when we started, I was about 230, and when I started to focus on losing weight, my goal was like 205. Like realistically, I can lose 25 pounds and get down to 205. This past week, I weighed in at 195.
Ooh.
Yeah. If you would have bet me money that I can get down to 195, and I said no, there's absolutely no way. I haven't been below 200 in 10, 15 years. So when I saw that, I even told my wife, it's like, should I start, bulking now? Is it, I don't know. I feel comfortable. I'm definitely fitting into clothes that I couldn't fit in, months ago. But I think 195 may be the limit for me to.
But why do you need to bulk?
I don't know.
You
To-
look good.
To have an excuse to just freaking drink beer and eat bad, and I do miss it. I mean, and I'm not on
Dude, you're acting like you don't intake
right.
some
I was about
carb.
to say I'm not on
Come
a
on.
huge diet. Right
I got
now.
many
I'm not.
pictures with you chowing down on some nachos. Dude.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing is like I feel like I'm at that happy median where I'm able to exercise and whatever I eat or consume or drink, it kind of balances out. So I'm not trying to continue to lose. I'm just managing right now. But yeah, I mean, I think right now I'm at that point. I mean, I think every guy's dream is say, hey, I'm 36, 35 years old and I have a six pack. I don't have a six pack. I don't know if I will ever have a six pack. Some people are born with one and some people just can never get one.
But that's not really the goal. You just want to look good and feel good.
Yeah.
Feel good about how you look, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I do appreciate the call out now.
My thing is like for me right now, your journey of losing, I've done the opposite. So the weight that you've lost, I put on. So I think when we started this podcast, it was around 255, 260, give or take a couple pounds, and now I'm like 270.
Big husky, Bubba? Big husky.
I don't feel good, dude.
You're good. I know that you got a lot going on, so it's hard to kind of maintain that, like you said, that routine. That's the hardest part. That is the hardest part. So I think
I need to get those dumbbells out of here when we leave. Number one. Number two, I've been scouring for the past like 8 months of getting like a rack for my garage and getting out of an actual gym and working out at home. I think because it's hard to travel 20 minutes out of the way to go work out. That's 40-minute round trip and then an hour and a half working out. So it's like where I could just walk out in the garage, work out for an hour, walk in.
Yeah, there's no way I could keep a consistent workout if I had to go somewhere. Like to me, whenever I had a gym membership, it was always like an inconvenience. I was like, oh, do I really want to go? I have to go home and change. Then I have to go out and then I have to come back. And it is very inconvenient. But yeah, I mean, I think the garage setup is the way to go for sure. So definitely give you some.
If we have any followers out there that have some hookups on some gym equipment, hit your boys up.
Yeah.
I need to get on that 195 regimen. I don't think I could ever get down to 195.
No, you would look unhealthy. You would look like
Ozempic's been calling my name for a couple months now.
Yeah, try it. I know some people on it, man.
I heard you lose your butt if you take Ozempic. I don't want to. I got some cheeks, man. I don't want to lose those things.
Yeah, I don't want you to lose that either.
I figured we were touch base on that. You've been kicking ass. You look good. You look real good, dude.
God. Thanks, brother.
We're gonna. What's a pay channel for the after hours Baddie Daddie?
Yeah, check out the OnlyFans of the Baddie Daddies.
But I was thinking, kind of regrouping. Like, since we've been missing for the past couple months doing this, what's been like your favorite moment in the past couple months, just in general, whatever that is? Take your time.
Yeah.
We're not on a podcast, dude.
Yeah.
I'll lead it off.
Go ahead. What is yours?
So Lee just finished his second season of baseball. And I mean, you know this. But so we started it last year. I think I talked about it a little bit. But the way I got him into baseball, I was like, hey, bud, you want to play baseball? Because our neighbor's son plays baseball. And, you get rings playing baseball if you win, like, the championship. And so he was like, no, Dad, I don't want to play baseball. I was like, bud, you trust me. I think you'll be good at baseball. You should play baseball. And he said, no. I was like, if you play baseball and you're good at it and your team wins, you get a ring like Daddy does. He goes, okay, I want to play baseball now. So last season, he started off never swinging a bat, never throwing and catching baseball. I know we've talked about that on here, how, like, that's a cool moment for me. Sorry. On this journey for us both, like, learning about a sport more than I have since I was 13 years old. I've watched baseball, but I haven't watched baseball devoutly since 2010, when Hamilton, and, obviously when they won the World Series, I was more invested then with the Rangers. But so, we invested not the most time, but a lot of time into baseball. Like, batting cages in practice and throwing in the yard and working on a swing. And he's such a driven kid to where he wants to be better. And he's gotten better. And so we were playing in the playoffs last weekend. First game, Lee goes up to bat. I think we haven't scored a run yet. He was batting like our 11th or 12th, but he's been smoking in the batting cages, just drilling the ball. So they moved him up to 7th. And we had the bases loaded. Lee's up, hits a grand slam ball. Like, not out of the fences, but like for 7U baseball, he hits it in the outfield, pure swing, great contact with the ball, hits a grand slam. I lose my mind. All the coaches lose their mind. Because I'm not like how do I say this? I am a competitive man at nature. But when it comes to my kid, I'm like invested in it with him. So I want him to succeed for him more than me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So when he doesn't do what I think he can do, I'm not like, hey, Bubba. I do pat him on the back like, hey, it's okay. But I also address, hey, this is what you didn't do good. And here's how we get better at it. I'm not like, hey, buddy, you did really good today when he didn't do good. Because I don't want to do false appraisal. I don't believe in that crap. And so one of the coaches, after he hit the grand slam, I picked him up, gave him a hug. I was like, dude, way to freaking go. And one of the coaches was like, dude, how happy are you right now? I was like, I'm ecstatic. He goes, I remember last season when Lee was first up to bat and he struck out. He went 0 for 3 and you were so frustrated. Now he's hitting a grand slam. And I was like, yeah, it kind of put in perspective like the growth of it all, but then like the journey of it. And then we go and play second game for the championship that day. Lee hits another double, two RBIs, smokes the ball again into the outfield. We win the championship. Lee gets his ring. He's so pumped about it, man. Wore it to the Cowboys game. Can't take it off. Like, just loves.
It's full circle, man. So, like, that was the whole kind of convincing for him to go play, and here we are.
Yeah. And then he didn't make a liar out of me, because it only took 2 seasons, but, some kids don't get that opportunity.
Yeah.
So, and for him to, like, I told him, I was like, dude, I never hit a grand slam. I maybe hit a home run, but I never hit a grand slam. Like, that's freaking huge.
No, yeah.
So for me, like, of all the crap that's been going on in life, like, that's been a pinnacle moment for me thus far.
Well, and that's what it's all about, right? And that's what kind of being a Baddie Daddie is being there for the kids, being invested with them, kind of seeing that growth. And that could be a dad in general, but that's what we like to kind of talk about, bring attention to is that you recognize that and that you're sharing that with him and in those moments. And that's awesome. As far as mine goes, dude.
Well, you've been doing outside of like parenting, like what you do for your house, like you've been doing a lot. Like, in terms of your job, you got your house that you flipped, did that. That's a huge win. Your business is thriving. You're busier than you ever been in terms on like the lighting aspect of it.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm just, I think one of those things is I did go down the route of this real estate flip. Let me, hit this market and take advantage of it. And it just didn't pan out like I expected. And,
it hasn't not panned out though.
No, it hasn't been a failure, but it hasn't gone the route. The real estate market right now is just, I don't know. It's, you look around, it's just not moving like it used to.
Yeah.
So we are converting that into a rental now, which maybe long term is the best thing, but definitely wasn't my intention going into a flip is to just, flip it for some cash income. But as far as like the best moment or the few, past months,
well, Kane's playing baseball.
Yeah.
And he's playing in 6U, right? And he's 4?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty big.
Yeah. I mean,
because he's a little athlete.
He is. He didn't quite, get it in baseball like he did soccer. I think soccer is just different. If you're faster, you're bigger, and you can kick the ball, you're going to win, right? And that's what he was.
Yeah.
Baseball's more, hand-eye coordination, understanding, where to throw it, understanding, do I need to tag this guy, stuff like that. I think at the end of the day, the baseball experiment he grew from for sure. So I think you getting Lee into baseball, he's played football, he's played soccer, kind of, Kane the same, kind of getting them all into all these different sports. I think long term is just going to help them, grow as an athlete. And I feel like as a kid, I didn't do that. Like I played a couple sports, but I didn't play soccer, So I think the youth organizations that we have available to us right now is great, especially with our kids being all in the same kind of age and stuff like that, and kind of being, in the same experience with them. It's been a lot of fun.
I do relish in the success of my kids, or my kid.
I think everyone
right now.
should. I think everyone
my
should.
baby girl, she's turning 1 this weekend.
Yeah.
She's walking. She's a little ball of energy, dude.
I feel like every podcast we have a birthday coming up with all the kids we got.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Well, this time of year, mine, Samantha's, Lee's, and Tatum's birthday, and Thanksgiving, and Christmas, and Halloween, and Black Friday.
And football.
But the other cool thing, just to kind of shout out, youth sports, I think a big thing with that too is like the parents you're around and the kids you're around too, because you can get involved with like not such an ideal family or parents that you don't really get along with, or the coaches you don't get along with. Like our baseball team, like all the dads are really cool. The kids are really cool. They get along, they're having fun, they're competing. You see other kids that like come out of their shell too, that aren't confident hitting the ball, to they're hitting the ball now, and now they want to score runs, and they're mad if they don't score a run, but they don't realize that they just hit a ball, off of a coach's pitch, which is hard to do.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's just like the journey of getting my son involved in a sport that nor him nor I really know a lot about, and then being good at it is cool, because I don't want to hone my son down a path that I went, like we all do as parents and fathers. Like you want your kids to be better than you. Yeah. So like I love that Lee's already better at a sport at his age than I was when I was 12.
Yeah.
It's cool as crap.
Yeah, because you were never a basketball player. That's for damn sure.
Never played basketball.
I've seen you play basketball, like pickup basketball, and it was not pretty.
Listen, I will shut you down on defense, but I'm dribbling and passing.
Yeah, you may double dribble, but you are passing for sure.
I was talking about that story when we were playing a game of horse like 3 years ago. You hit me. I was like, hey, we're playing basketball if you want to come. It's all right. I don't play basketball. But I was like, you know what? Bring the kids out there. We'll hang out. And it was that time. It was around this time of year, maybe closer to December. And we played a game of horse, and then we played 2-on-2. And I had my vest on. I just bought some Costas, and I put them in my pocket. And next thing you know, I'm diving out of bounds, trying to rebound a basketball in.
You break them, right?
Break them, man. And I was like, what am I doing being a try-hard in a sport that I've never given two craps about? I really wanted to talk about that moment with my son because, the other funny thing he said, he was talking to me, and it's funny too because I've never thought about this. He said, Dad, you know what? I said, what? He goes, you're on YouTube. I was like, okay. He goes, that's cool. I was like, is it? He goes, yeah, I want to be on YouTube.
Start my YouTube channel, dude.
Yeah. But isn't that funny that that's a thing for our kids? Like, I have videos on my phone where, like, he has an iPad set up and he's, like, unraveling toys and, like, showing it to the camera. Like, hey, guys, this is my toy, blah, blah.
And
it's cute as hell. It's so cute. But, yeah, man, we're coming up on a year on doing this. We're still doing it. There's a lot of life struggles you and I are going through and have gone through. So, testament to you and keeping this thing going and us trying to, I don't even know what it is, but we're doing it. So I think that's cool, man. It's easy to give up on things, but we're still chipping away at it, and it means a lot to me. And our kids, obviously.
Yeah.
So I'm pumped about it. Timing's hard, man. When you own a business, I have a full-time job, and all the extracurricular activities outside of this.
Yeah.
You know, but we're still doing it, man. Continue to keep my family in your thoughts and prayers. Pray for my son, Dean Taylor McCullough. Love you, Bubba. Love you guys. Baddie Daddie.
Baddie Daddie.